Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. Today's podcast is going to be about video games. There is a debate about video games. A lot of people see them as distraction, a way to escape life, a way to waste your time, to escape your boredom sometimes. On the other hand, some people see differently. They see it as a way to be more creative, a way to harness your cognitive capacity, your ability to pay attention more, your ability to recognize object, your ability to memorize quickly, your ability to see patterns. So people on the internet are divided about this issue. One see it as a bliss, a good thing. Video games, yes, don't distract us, they're all right. And of the flip side of this, the other group, people think of it as more of like as a curse. So the issue most of the time comes from exposing video games to like a certain age group. Growing up, I also played video games. I actually enjoyed playing video games. It was very interesting. It was something that definitely got me out of my boring routine. And I'd say yes, I definitely learned something from video games here and there. Your ability to find patterns, your ability to find something interesting, to escape the boring stagnation of life. Yes, that was something that was prevalent in video games. But on the other hand, I felt like I cared about life less, so to speak. Like like the dopamine you get from video games is basically more than what you get in real life because it's fast paced. So if you think about it, like the loot boxes these video games create or give you is more than what you get in life. Life is very slow paced. So most of the time in life, you have to wait, you have to work really, really hard to get something. Yes, life is a game, but it's a very, very, very slow game. And the reward, the satisfaction you get from accomplishing something is not as much as you would get from a video game, right? A video game, if you mess something up, you can easily reset your character, easily reset the game, and you can play on easier mode. Life, there is just one mode. There is no easier, harder mode. There is just the most difficult mode in real life, right? It's not that easy, right? But in a game, you can easily reset that, right? You can play on any mode you want, and you can have as many rewards as you want, and you will feel happy. But at the same time, our brains are not designed for this kind of reward system because if you think about it, your brain, if it gets too much dopamine, it's going to be dried, right? If it releases chemicals in your brain, naturally it's going to be drained. It's like taking drugs, right? So most people take drugs. Usually there is your brain is going to be fried and it needs to reset. And you get like a depressive mode, right? So that's what happens for most or to most gamers is that you get a lot of rewards. Yes, you learn this, you learn that. But if you spend too much time on video games, your brain gets fried. It gets tired. So you would not be able to handle simple tasks on a day-to-day basis, right? For example, if a kid, let's say, has school and spends 4 or 5 hours on a video game, when he goes to school, where is the attention? He cannot focus. He cannot really memorize. He cannot grasp context. The only thing or the constant thing that is going to be on his mind is the game, whether he's going to get this reward next or the fact that maybe he failed in this game, right? So basically, yes, it serves as a distraction if there is too much of it. And the other thing about video games is the type of game you play. Not every game is created equal. So you can play a strategy game. You get to learn something. For example, a lot of people play chess. It's a game, board game. You learn something from chess, right? You learn like maybe how to calculate your moves. You learn to think ahead of time, right? You need to defend. You need to find like a way to strategize, so to speak. You can also play a game where you have to maybe find patterns. Find, for example, maybe learn to cooperate. If you play in a cooperative game and you learn to play with teammates, you have to find or make certain moves that are going to cause you to be very, very calculative, and also cause you to be like on spot most of the time, right? You have to make the right decision. If you make the wrong decision, like the game kind of punishes you in a way, either by like that or some like penalties that the game introduces. Yes. So you learn that there are games that are actually violent, right? Or not that are interesting. It's just actually a grind. A grind meaning you have to spend a lot of time playing that game, right? Yes, you get those loot boxes, but it will take a long time. Especially when it comes to like maybe a game that has power goal, right? And you see a lot of people and a lot of video game makers, they introduce kind of currency inside the game, like a money inside of the game. So if you spend money, you will become more powerful, right? And unless you have to, you can grind. Yes, you can grind for hours and hours, 5 or 6 hours a day, and you can get the progress bar you want. You can be similar to other powerful players, or you can spend money, and sometimes you can have to spend like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I actually have a friend. We used to play together a long time ago. He's from the U.S. and he spent, I think, about $300,000 on a game. It was stupid. Like me and my other friends, we always joke about him. Like, how, why would you do that? Like, you could have bought this and that. You could have gotten this. And he's like, I don't care. I have the money. It's okay. I don't really, really mind. And he was indeed the most powerful guy in the game because people can grind for hours. I can spend hours and hours playing the game, get rewards, get this, get that, and he would just play for like 30 to an hour a day, and he has more progress than everybody else, right? So it's a good thing, the fact that you get this reward, you this rush. Maybe for him it felt this rush that yes, I feel really good when I got the power I need, but at the same time after that you're gonna be filled with regret, especially if the server dies and nobody plays on it. And in fact that's exactly what happened to him, right? That game died, the server was no longer around. So what he ended up doing is just basically quitting and maybe going to another game to play. I honestly think he could have bought like the entire game for $300,000. It's interesting. He could have done a lot, but he chose to waste money. Um, yes. You can also think about it from the positive side. Yes, if you introduce games on like different intervals throughout the week, you don't have to like give them, for example, for example, if you have kids, you can just give them you can maybe monitor them, or you can give them some amount of time with games, but not more than 5 hours a week, right? Especially for younger people. The younger you are, I'd say even for older people, but I guess the younger you are, the more influenced you are going to become, right? So maybe if parents can try to monitor their kids, yes, because you don't want your kids to just not know about video games, because it's an industry, right? You can become a developer, you can become a game maker. You can have, if you have a very good idea, you can definitely make your own game. And if you're really, really good, there are a lot of people who won, I think, remember the past millions of dollars people win, or hundreds and thousands of dollars on video games. So definitely you can make money, but it's a very select few. You have to be the top of the top. It's like, the Olympics. You have to be top of the top, or top of the list, to be able to get the rewards you want, right? Or the skill set you want. You have to grind for hours and hours, and good luck to you. So yeah, that's the topic of video games. It's kind of interesting. It's something that it's been on my mind. I actually recently got addicted to video games. This game that I started playing, and it's a grindy game, And in the past few weeks, I just felt really bored. and there was like nothing in my mind, and the only thing was, or that could at least alleviate that kind of boredom, um, is basically to resort to video games because I'm accustomed to video games. I played video games all of my life, so it's something that I always retreat or go back to whenever I feel this stagnation. I feel this um still in my life, right? And that's what I did. And then I did got addicted. I played for hours and hours instead of going to the gym. I stayed at home, played video game. I'd wake up very early. I didn't even sleep that much. After work, I go straight to the video game and start playing. And I was looking at myself from a distance or observing myself playing. I'm like, what the hell? What am I doing here? Of course, I was getting something, or yes, escape, but it's not a good one, right? It was not something rewarding. You end up wasting money, you end up wasting time playing the video game, and yeah, it's not something healthy. I think it's not something people should do, or at least do too often. Video games aren't actually that bad. Again, we'll go back to the type of game you play makes a difference, a huge one actually. If you play a game that is gonna waste your time and you don't feel like learning anything out of the game, then it's a total waste. You don't need to play that game. So if it's a learning opportunity, for example, if you learn in English and you feel like that game introduces a lot of words to you, it's interesting, very good pronunciation, maybe there is interaction, maybe there is cooperation, you learn strategy, then that's good. But if the game is not in any of those, and you will just end up basically wasting time, then that's not a good choice, to be honest, because time is valued, and video games are meant to waste your time. But yeah, hopefully you learned something today. Appreciate everybody. See you next time. Until then, bye.